Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim or Cimnanya. And thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. Today we'll be talking something very important, and it's about this video this young man made, actually talking about how white people bastardize beauty standard by just to dehumanize people that look like me and some other people of color and all that. And he was asking them, are you people really racist, or you all do not like us, or you guys are kind of jealous and all that? Sincerely speaking, you all know how jealous, like they say it without even thinking, like they say that they are jealous of black women, how they are curvy, this, that, big lips, and the rest of it. And if you look around, you find out that before they thought that they are the beauty standard, and everybody, they were the beauty standard. But now that beauty standard has changed. And looking around, looking further, they find out that they really do not have a lot to hold on to, except their skin color and except for that, their skin color. And you see all of them going around looking for a way to get babies that look like me, just to, I don't know how to say it, but if he's being jealous, they are absolutely jealous, and they try to come out every day with some kind of different aesthetic just to make you feel like you are not the beauty standard. Let's get into this video.
I want to know what the beauty standard is for white people. And I want to know, are you guys just racist because, you hate us? Or are you racist because you're jealous? This is me being, 100% honest here. Everybody has their own features to appreciate and to love. But I'm going to be honest. White supremacy, especially in the beauty standard category, it seems a lot more like if you allowed black people and people of color of all types of cultures to take care of themselves the way they know how, respect their bodies, their minds, their souls the way they know how, and to live through the fullness of their full being, you'd be the person on the bottom of the beauty standard. And let me just give you an example, actually, because this is the whole thing that inspired the video. I saw this Alex Earl light that I guess people are talking about, which is really just like a regular light. I think they just had to tie her name onto it to get people to buy it. But she's a fairly attractive woman, but I'm just sitting here thinking, what makes her different than every other blonde girl of that age that I've seen? I'm trying to find a way to explain this. If I went out to the bar every single weekend in a different state in the United States, no, every single day, I guarantee you, I can find 3 girls that look exactly like Alex Earl. And again, not saying this to discredit this woman, beautiful woman, we can accept that. But there's something in me that just feels like the beauty standard for white people is really just making white people feel comfortable for being their perceived version of perfect, and then utilizing that fact of that white perfection to just shit on everybody else's features that don't align with that idealized perfection. But perfection would be the ability to accept all of us for our different unique features, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder, not in the eye of the ruler. And then all of that pulls me into the deeper conversation, which really is, I think, a fundamental aspect of white supremacy is not only putting yourself into a psychosis as to what you believe you are, but forcing that psychosis and the beliefs that come from that onto the rest of society to literally forcefully put them into their own psychosis, to make them hate themselves for not aligning with a made-up standard. Further taking them away from appreciating themselves, further taking them away from looking within to find their salvation, further taking them away from realizing that anything on the outside will never be as good as the ability to be content and claim the fullness of who you are on the inside. And before I go, I'm just going to leave this last one because you guys need to know this. Preferences don't exist. Preferences don't exist. You are racist. And it's okay. We're having the conversation right here. Look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, I'm racist. And that's not okay. Because there are beautiful people in every demographic, in every category. I just don't allow myself to see that. Because I'm insecure. Because my friend group, my social circle won't validate that. Or because there's expectations that have been set onto me by my identity, and I am too afraid to break out of those to experience what love can feel like from somebody that I never thought could love me. Or I never thought I would be able to develop the emotional connection to love myself. But who the fuck is really looking themselves in the mirror having those conversations? I want to know what the beauty standard is for white people.
So the real gag is they're not even satisfied with the beauty standard that they made up. They go get lip fillers, cheek fillers, whatever. They're always playing with their face. So, it's a psychosis and a delusion, because how can you think that you're the beauty standard, that your features is above everyone else, but then you go buy the other people's beauty standards that you said that you're above? Delusional.
Like, you hate us, or are you racist because you're jealous?
Low-key, I think it's jealousy from resources which the elite are able to use to pin them against each other and against every other minority group. South Africa, India, and South America, Europe would be nothing. To the matriarchal societies and spiritualities that were within Africa before foreign rulers entered, beginning with the people that we now call the people of Judea around 1800 BCE, we've been dealing with y'all. In terms of the hominid species, if our ancestors did not breed with the European ancestors, the Neanderthals, or the Asian ancestors of the Denisovans, you would have died out with them. Yeah, I think it's a little bit of jealousy.
You guys just racist because, like, you hate us, or are you racist because you're jealous?
I have a bone to pick with this one. Go watch the rest of the Sonny's video and then come back to this one. So, you know how white supremacy is a construct and it is a practice, right? So with it being a practice, the reason why white people created white supremacy and created European beauty standards is because if they performed psychological warfare in every other area in Black people's lives, why is it that it's so lost upon people that whiteness being the beauty standard is a dark form of glamour magic? Like, let's think about it. When you go to school, when you, especially this is, let's say this as a Black, my first experience of being rejected as a Black girl was in the 2nd grade. I literally had this boy that I was boyfriend and girlfriend, it was puppy love, like we were children, but like that was my first experience of experiencing anti-Blackness, because there is one time that I stood up for myself. Essentially, there's this boy that I was like boyfriend and girlfriend with, right? And his cousin was bothering me. I had glass in my hand. I accidentally slit his hand open. Mind you, I'm a child, right? So this wasn't intentional, but he was antagonizing me, and we were playing with glass. So like ultimately, it wasn't like we were doing shit we weren't supposed to do, right? But with that being said, my boyfriend at the time, seeing me defend myself, his perception of me switched so much to where anytime I was with my best friend who was a white girl, he would find himself comparing her to me. And it got so bad to where like I would go home crying to my grandmother saying like, wow, I wish I was white. I don't want to be Black anymore. Whiteness is a form of glamour magic, and I'm gonna need people to understand that and really hone that in when I say it. The reason why people believe that white people are supreme is because we're being fed the illusion that they are the pinnacle of beauty, which just isn't the case. Now, all people are beautiful. Everyone is beautiful. But if you have to enforce these beauty standards and if you have to remind people all the time that they're not beautiful, basically beating it into their heads, how is that not some form of conjuration or spell work that you are placing upon them? You know what I mean? Everything is a spell, everything is a spiritual working, and everything has some underlying spiritual component. So the next time you believe, as a person of color or as a black person, that you will never meet the beauty standards, ask yourself why they had to beat that shit into us so hard in the first place. It's glamour magic in one of the most darkest forms. Trust me, I'm a glamour bruja, I would know this.
So this is all I got from the video, and sincerely speaking, I don't think the beauty standard is palm colored people, and yeah, actually they thought they are the beauty standard because, like, because of their whiteness and all that. And I remember that a lot of people actually want to be white. I don't know if some people really want to be white because of their privilege. Okay, yeah, probably because of their privileges. And deep down, some people really do not want to be them. They probably just want to get that privileges they have and still be black and all that. Yeah, like, they actually think that they are the standard. But man, I think we are the standard, because I don't see how people that say that they are the standard are always looking for a way to touch their skin, like, to fit in, like to look like black people and all that. Like, I see them getting like some, I don't know if it's a thin jowl and all that. And you all know that black people's teeth are kind of white, right? And their teeth is brown. They have brown teeth. But you see all of them like wanting white teeth and all that, wanting like, lips fuller and the rest of it. Like, how are they the beauty standard? One thing that I think they have so much advantage, is that because they have whiteness is just everything. Like, when you go to the store to buy something, it is very rare to find something that we like, for a black. Like, if I walk into any store to buy some shampoo for my hair and all that, it might really be very hard. But because I just buy the shampoo, like whichever one, because I have my natural hair, and I don't think like it is very selective actually of the products you are supposed to use. But when you cannot find the products that you are supposed to use to take care of your hair as a black person, because every other thing you see there is not even for a black person, or not for my kind of hair, it is for like their kind of hair. And you end up like being like, mad and all that. But now I think like a lot is changing and all that. Even them do not even like so much their complexion and like and all that. And you look around, you see all of them trying to crossbreed to have tan skin. And in some years to come, sincerely speaking, I think like, there won't be any palm colored person anymore. Everybody will kind of be tan and the rest of it like looking like me and all that. So like the young man was saying, if he doesn't know if they were trying, if it is because that they do not like us, or that they do all this like, aesthetic and all that every other time and the rest of it. But I think it's like, they really bastardize the beauty standards to dehumanize people that look like me. And that is just all I can say. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.